Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of Manga Weekly, a weekly podcast where two nerds sit down and recap various manga series, 2 chapters at a time. I'm your host, James, and joining me, as always, is Logan.
Oh, hi!
So I left out the good stuff. You okay with that?
The good stuff?
Yeah, where I call you a friend and a podcast extraordinaire.
Oh, yeah.
He is that. But I'm trying something new. Didn't work. I think I'll go back to the other one next time.
Didn't work. Restart it. Just
No, we're not restarting.
We're done.
What are we mangaing about today? First off, hang on. No. You know what? How are you?
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm tired. Overall, I'm pretty good.
It's like 3 a.m. here.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now. It's totally not 3 in the afternoon.
3 in the afternoon. Beautiful rainy day.
Mm-hmm. No, had a good week.
Yeah.
Hung out with a girlfriend. Went to see some grandparents.
Yeah.
Work wasn't too awful. It's pretty good.
You done anything else besides that? I mean, like, have you read any manga other than your homework?
Oh, no.
You played any games? You watched any movies? Television shows maybe that you have started?
I have started The Office.
Yes.
It took James a year now to get me to watch it. Talking about the Dementors.
Mm-hmm.
They were tormenting me at work today.
No, they weren't, but
Yes,
it's
they
fine. They sucked the soul out of you.
It's like, so you, man.
I'm Prison Mike. And you're liking it, though?
I do like it.
1 season in?
It did, yeah. It had me pretty gut busting laughing the first episode where he's like, "Oh, he did it again! He did it again!
Dang it, Michael!"
He put my stapler in Jello."
Who's your favorite character?
Probably Jim.
Really?
I do like Jim.
Let me. Not to make this an Office podcast, which I could, because I love the series.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, I don't know, 28 times probably. It is something that I put on and let it run like in the background, But, anyways, this is something I've been thinking about recently. Jim, kind of a bully.
Oh, definitely.
And kind of not a good dude, though.
Oh no, he's a fuckhead.
Like, as you get further into the series,
like from what I've seen right now is he's taking advantage of him, bullying his other sales associate. He doesn't listen to his boss.
Right.
He's trying to steal a dude's girl.
Right. See.
Mates like that when he wrote that message in the card for what's her face. The lady that had her birthday,
Meredith.
It wasn't that nice of a message.
I actually like that. What was it?
He's like, when he's trying to get that bonus, for that's like, oh, they gave me 25% of my commission. He's like,
that's right.
He's like trying to take advantage of like an old dude.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, Jim's not that great.
No, he's not that great. He's not really not. But everybody loves Jim, though.
I do like him.
Yeah, I do too. I love everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Except, and you're not going to see this character for a very long time, but just keep this name in the back of your head, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nellie Bertram.
I've heard that name before.
Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I fucking hate that character.
Mm-hmm.
So, boom.
Is he the guy that takes over for Michael?
No. Nellie is a female.
The only Nellie I know is Richard.
You're thinking of Robert California.
Mm-hmm.
I like Robert California. He is fucking crazy. He's a crazy sex addict. Like,
I see what you like him.
He's crazy.
No.
Anyways, Black Clover is on today's
agenda.
Yes, you stole the words right out of my mouth. We're on chapters 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Get us caught up. What was the last thing we saw?
Asta,
I don't even remember.
Asta earned his cape or whatever because he learned to deflect magic, because if he hits it with the blunt end of his sword, it reflects. If he slices through it, it destroys it.
Yep.
The magic, that is.
The magic.
I'm also sure if he hits you with the sword, it would hurt pretty bad.
Well, we saw it hit, right?
Yeah.
That's something, the sword looks sharp as hell.
Oh, yeah.
But he never cuts anybody.
No, he just cuts magic.
But he does hit people with it, though.
Mm-hmm. So it might be like...
So maybe it's not sharp.
Dull.
Yeah.
It's more like a hammer, but...
I mean, it really is just to... That's the whole point of the thing, is to nullify magic.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it probably isn't, like, sharp to kill mofos. But now, if you stab, though...
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, you could probably stab somebody with a freaking, like, plastic fork.
Oh, yeah.
And if you stabbed them, like, straight through in, like, a soft spot, I mean, that would get it. So, yeah, you took that sword, even if it is blunt, you stab straight through. Yeah, it's down. You're done.
You're going down.
So, do you remember names?
Fuck no. There's Magna.
Yes, Magna.
The Yami fanboy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's Yami, as you
Yami.
just.
That's it.
Okay.
I know
okay.
Asta.
I actually, I've read every chapter of this series, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember what Homegirl's name is. The one that's always in her underwear.
Yeah.
I cannot remember what her name is because I'm looking at several characters here. Anyways, let's get on to it. So. First thing we get, not Finral.
It's literally
Magna.
right after the last chapter ended.
He just put his little robe / half shirt / I don't know what
cape.
you call these things. Yeah, cape. I don't know. So he's just put it on, and Magna's telling him, "Now you're a member of the Black Bulls Magic Knights.
The Black Bulls.
Kick butt and never bring shame on the name," which is kind of funny, seeing as how they're the worst.
Literally the worst.
As an extra bonus, Magna says, he's going to personally show him around the super styling base of operations, which is this scary-looking castle mansion thing.
Mm-hmm. And they're excited. They're both fucking running.
Yeah, I like this. So you got Magna. He's like, "Follow me, Shortsta." And this is how I picture Asta saying this. He's like, "Right behind you." I'm gonna act it out. I'm an actor.
Okay.
I'm a thespian.
Go.
All right, you ready for this?
Go.
This is my Asta here.
Go.
Wait, right behind you, sunglasses guy. Right? That's how I pictured him saying, because he's trying to.
I don't see him stuttering at all.
But that's how I hear it.
I don't see it that way. It's just my opinion.
It's a bad one.
Fuck you.
That's a bad opinion.
Fuck you.
Everybody that listens to this is going to be like, "Oh yeah, James is right. I could see him saying it like
Even
that."
Even though it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't space
it doesn't
apart.
matter.
It doesn't space apart though.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Sunglasses guy.
Yeah, I feel like he would struggle to find this sort of insult / nickname that he has done to Asta.
I think Asta's pretty quick-witted, so he just fuck you, you're wrong. Fucking Minute Maid drinking ass.
And then actually I haven't started the Minute Maid yet, so right now I'm orange vanilla Coca-Cola drinking.
Whatever. Let's go to the topic.
So anyways, Asta starts being shown around by Magna.
Hall. Very Harry Potter-esque.
Yeah, that's very Harry Potter. You got the main bath, which is just... What's going on? That's a black bull back there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Must be is that the spout?
I think so.
You got the girls' room.
It's covered in magical lasers.
Which is past all this magic booby trap stuff. You got the wild animals room.
And Asta's, of course, why is there magic? Yeah. Why is there wild animals?
And then... Oh, wait a second. We're introduced to a new character here. Well, we were kind of introduced to her in the end of the last chapter. But we get a full picture of this new character with... Now, this is... silver hair?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you would say that? Because they give the little ellipses? You'd have that pause, right?
Silver hair.
And of course, Asta's looking very confused. Well, not really confused, more like... I don't know. What would you give that Asta look there? Not this bottom one yet. That one right in the middle there.
He thought he already met everybody, so he's confused why somebody else is here.
So, Magna says, Asta, meet your new comrade, the other new member. And so
Asta, of course, gets hyped.
Yeah, got the starry-eyed, just really happy to be meeting another Black Bull. Mm-hmm. And he's like, let's compete with each other and do our best. And he puts his hand out there, and the hand gets smacked away.
Yeah.
And she says, don't address me casually, little insect with your paltry magic. I'm Noel Silva, a member of this country's royal family.
Say what?
Yeah. And so
royalty?
He gets down on his hands and knees. He starts like, I know you've never seen Wayne's World, I'm sure, right?
No.
Oh my God.
All I know is the part where it's just like, and I will not give in to corporate sponsorships. He's holding the pizza box.
He's wearing like fucking Adidas shit. He's got a Pepsi. He's eating or he closes the pizza box and it's like a Pizza Hut or Domino's box or something. Oh my God, I fucking love that scene. Anyways, there's a scene though when they meet Alice Cooper, who you probably don't know who Alice Cooper is either.
I've heard the name, but I don't know it.
But when they see him, they start going like, they get down on their hands and knees and they go, we're not worthy.
I've seen that scene.
You know what I'm talking about? That's kind of what I'm picturing here. Because he gets down on his hands and knees and he's like, it looks like he's like bowing.
He's very, very respectful.
Yeah. And
but then he realizes
she's called him a little insect. He's even called himself. He says, I beg your pardon, a little insect like myself should never have presumed to. And then she's like, as long as you understand. And this is when he realized, wait a second, who's a little insect? As knights, we're on the same level. Royalty ain't got nothing to do with this.
That's right, Asta. Tell her.
And so she says it has everything to do with it. I see that it will take more than words to make you foolish peasants understand. I'll have to let you the difference in our magic powers convince you. So just stopping right here. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Noel Silva?
She's a bitch. Real bitch.
Yeah.
Real stuck-up bitch. Mm-hmm. But then whenever it shows that she does the magic,
she puts her hand out.
But then I see it. It even shows it. It looks like it's going to Asta. Mm-hmm. That it does a curveball.
Yeah.
And goes and hits
right into Magna.
Which is I find comedic because he's the fire dude and she's doing water.
Yeah. So. And so
Asta's like, huh?
Yeah. And Magna's all, what, you got guts. And she was like, well, that's your fault for standing there. So it just keeps going back and forth. Now Magna's in it. Now he's in the argument, saying, I'm a senior member. And she's like, well, I'm royalty. And he's like, I don't care if you're royalty or the little sister of the captain of the Silver Eagles. Ooh, mm-hmm. Another Magic Knight squad. Or what do they call them? Are they squads? Me and Kevin were arguing about this the other day. Neither of us could remember. Are they brigades?
They're
squads.
They're squads. Definitely not brigades.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Maybe in the anime they say brigades, but in this it's not brigades.
He's like, Mr. Yami's the only guy who'd take on a shrew like you. And then she's like, I wouldn't be in this group if you paid me.
And throws the cape on the ground.
Oof. Man. And Asta's just sitting there like, what the hell just happened?
He's like, I nearly died for this cape, and she just threw it on the ground.
Yeah. And so now we get to Asta's room.
And it's
a pigsty. It's nasty. It's dirty. It's
cobwebs everywhere.
Yeah. Moldy stuff. I mean, it's just like...
And Magnus, of course, thinking, oh, well, ha.
Yeah.
You got the worst room.
Tiny and dirty. It's sad.
He's like, my room's twice as... And then
we see Asta. It says he is deeply moved. He's like, my own room? He's crying.
Yeah, I've never had my own room. This is great.
And then he goes to cleaning. And just starts going around. I'm going to clean this place till it shines.
He's like scrubbing the floor.
He's just polishing.
At his last place, he had 5 roommates.
Yeah. Ugh.
That douchebag little kid was probably one of his roommates.
Look at that little kid, man. So he says, this is my very first castle. I'll start from here and work my way up to the Wizard King. And now...
He's daydreaming about
He is daydreaming. And he goes to sleep.
It's all shiny.
It's all shining, but it stinks. He says it stinks. You see that?
Yeah.
So he starts wandering around. He's like,
he couldn't find the bathroom.
Couldn't find the bathroom. He ended up wandering outside.
He thinks the rooms are switching around.
Right. And he's like, well, I hear something. And then it gets hit by some water thing. He's like, what's going on? And we see that Noelle is out there. She set up a target on a tree.
She's trying to hit the target.
And she's trying to hit the target, but she's literally hit everything else but the target. And she's wondering, why won't it go where she wants it to? And then we get a little, like, kind of a flashback.
I think, like, in her
kind of in her head, yeah.
Her remembering.
Saying, I couldn't have made a failure like you. She can't even control her magic, wretched little thing. Look at that thin grimoire. Are you sure you're royalty? You're an embarrassment to our family. You're not needed in the Silver Eagles. That's how that's probably how they sound.
Mm-hmm.
You good for nothing. And then I will make them acknowledge me. She sends out another, bit of magic, and it misses. And then, let's see what we got here. So she just keeps trying.
It seems like a giant explosion has
gone on, but then we get a big explosion, and it wakes Finral up. What's her name? She hears it. Yami hears it, and we see
that
this giant water vortex orb twister thingy,
and she's drowning.
Yep, Noelle's right in the middle of it, and Yami says that her magic's gone out of control. So he says since she's in there, she'll get hurt if they attack it, right? And he's like, so if only we had a guy who could neutralize magic. And yeah.
We do.
Yeah. And so he says, perfect timing. Glad you dropped in. Go do something about that.
He smacks him.
Yeah. And so he's like, wait, what am I supposed to do about that? It's not like I can fly up. And then Yami just picks him up and says, surpass your limits right here, right now. And
he chunks
him. You know what this reminded me of? Colossus and Wolverine.
Yeah.
The what do they call it? Fastball special or something like that.
It was in The Last Stand, right? Or is that in the comics? It was in The Last Stand.
Probably was in Last Stand, but a lot of people don't acknowledge that movie. So
that's what I know of him. I've never read it in the comics.
Yes. So he just gets chunked up there, right? And as he's flying, he whips out the sword, slices at it, and cuts it open. There's Noelle, and they just both start falling. And we see Asta thinking, oh, I'm dead. And as they're falling, we see a portal open up, the spatial magic, and Finral has saved him. And Asta's like, I'm alive! Thank you, space.
Not thank you, Finral. Yeah. Thank you, space.
And Yami, gives him a well done. And Asta turns around. He's like, hey, you. And Noelle's thinking, great.
He's going to make fun of me.
They're going to make fun of me now. And then Asta screams out, that's some freaking awesome magic you got. You're amazing. And he's like, dang it, I don't have any magic. I'm jealous. If you train until you control it, you'll be unstoppable. I'll have to train hard so I don't look like a loser. I think that's what she's...
Yeah.
No, that's...
No, it's...
is that her or is that Asta? Okay. And so Magna comes up and he's like, wait, you couldn't control your magic? Why didn't you tell us? He said, we're the Black Bulls. We're a whole group of failures. That little flaw of yours ain't a big deal. She calls him an idiot. Or he calls her an idiot.
Yeah.
In any case, this Finral, he's like, I'm glad you're safe.
By the way,
starts hitting on her.
I know great possibly care to join me sometime.
You got Miss Charmy saying, but before that, though, eat this, And then you got Homegirl. I think it's like Wendy or something like that. I think. I can't remember. Anyways, she says,
No. You said Wendy. I'm hungry. I'm thinking of Wendy's.
oh my God, dude.
My stomach is growling.
Oh my God. We're almost done. Come on, we're almost done.
We're not almost done.
We are almost done. We only got about 5 more hours of mangaing to do.
Let's go.
So
Asta's laying out his hand, like trying to help her out.
And she says, "Thank you very much." Got rainbow in the distance, and that's chapter 5.
Mm-hmm.
We get a little. Do you get the little thing about Noelle in your copy? Her birthday's close to mine, November 15th. Mine's November 6th. She likes sweets and things that are a little irritating but cute.
Reasonable to me.
So now we open with chapter 6, titled Go First Mission, which I just realized we didn't name any of the titles for any of the other stuff we already recorded today. That's okay, though.
We didn't record anything else today.
Oh, that's true, right? No. So we open with Asta stuffing his face, asking, "What do Magic Knights do?" And Magna,
he doesn't know the job he showed.
Yeah,
he signed up.
Yeah, he just signed. He just came. That's what he wanted to do. And so Magna's like, "We protect the country, guard stuff. It's the manliest job in the world. Why'd you want to join up in the first place?"
We'll get some names.
Oh, Vanessa.
You were wrong.
I was way off.
It's not Wendy. Got me all hungry for nothing.
So we get some names to some people here. So we got Vanessa, a booze-loving witch who was expelled from a distinguished family.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying, sort of like protecting the peace. And then we get Luck Voltia, smiling combat fiend. And he's all excited because he gets to fight enemies. Then we get Ghosh Adley, a former prisoner with a hopeless sister complex. His sister, as you see now, is young.
Like 4.
Yeah. He says it's a wonderful occupation that my little sister, respects more than anything. So then we see Miss Charmy, perpetual glutton, Charmy Papitson.
Mm-hmm.
Her magic is cotton creation.
She made a
sheep that can cook. And she's like, "You get to eat lots of food."
And then look at the big guy now, shadow guy.
So big shadow dude is
master of the transformation magic,
a shapeshifter type of dude.
Gray. That's his name.
Gray.
That's what they call him, I guess.
Yes. Well, long story short, he says it's a good job. And Osa's one of them is like, they're all weirdos.
It's definitely the girl.
It's got to be Noelle, right?
It's definitely Noelle. And of course, Miss Charmy's still trying to get Asta to eat.
Always trying to get somebody to eat something. So
she's a feeder.
She's a feeder?
Do you know what that is? I'll explain it later.
Okay.
I don't think it's a little inappropriate for the podcast.
Okay, all right. Definitely got to tell me that one off when we stop.
As soon as we get done, I'm going to tell you.
So Magna comes up and says, "Time for your first mission.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go to the village of Saucy.
Hunt some boar.
Saucy. And hunt boar."
It's like your first ever MMO quest. Go kill some
That's
boars.
true. Yeah, it is.
And both of them are like, boars?
Yeah, they think
We're
it's
gonna
dumb.
go hunt boars. Asta's, of course, like, that's a stupid mission. I can handle anything. And Noelle's like, that's beneath me. I'm royalty. Why would I go hunt boars in some low-life town?
Yeah. So he said, Yami pops up and he's like, "The two of us lost a bet the other day. We promised this one old guy, we'd do a favor for him. He was looking to get rich quick so he could make his poor village wealthy." And Asta's like, "Well, that's not our problem." And then Yami, we get scary Yami here. Mm-hmm. "Go or die. What's it gonna be?" And they're like, "We'll go." And so Asta, of course, being Asta, he's not gonna let anything get him down.
He's psyched. Let's go kill some fucking boar.
And so, and of course, Noelle's like, "Ugh, grimy old village, some grimy old men to get rid of grimy boar, and looks like Magna's going to go with him. And Noelle's wondering, like, since she can't control her magic, is it a good idea for her to go? And this is where Magna, he's like, if you go on missions, you're going to learn how to take care of yourself. Basically, like, you're going to get experience.
Yeah.
The more you go out and do shit, the more, you're going to learn your how to use your magic. And he says he's going to be there too, so he'll cover their butts. And so he's like that. So Finral can't get us there, so we're going to go by broom.
He explains that Finral can only go places he knows.
Yes.
And places he can see.
Right.
Only place he can open up a portal.
Yeah. And so both of them are like, but we can't fly on a broom.
Neither of them can.
Yeah. So.
Because he has no magic and he can't control magic.
Right.
And it makes Magna be like, you can't ride a broom. The easiest thing for a wizard to do.
Yeah. But have no fear, though. Magna will just let him ride on his ride, which he whips out. And he says, her name is Crazy Cyclone.
Magna strikes me as a person that's like, he's like the super into his cars and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like no drinks, no food in his car.
Oh, yeah. This is hilarious. Of course, Noelle thinks it's tacky. But they get on, and it looks like that poor Crazy Cyclone's struggling a little bit. But Magna's like, a man never goes back on his word. He said that he was going to give them a ride, so he is going to give them a ride.
Take him right.
And he just takes off, and they start flying, and they're arguing back and forth. We get a little funniness, And then they get there, but the village is covered in mist. And Asta's like, oh, man, some pretty lousy weather.
Maybe a hidden mist jutsu.
Oh, my God. That'd be awesome.
The village hidden in the mist.
That'd be great, dude. And, of course, Noelle's like, pointing out that it's magic, that's doing this. So Magna starting to show his more like, serious side.
He's like, magic that can cover the entire village? That's quite something.
And so he's like, cut that mist with your sword, Asta.
Don't be silly. Swords can't cut mist.
And he's like, you idiot. Your sword can cut magic.
And right.
And so he whips it out and he starts just slashing it around. And the mist starts clearing. And we see
these it look like stalactites from like a mountain or something, but they're just being suspended in midair.
Right. We also see people huddled up under these giant spiky suspended things. Looks like ice or something. And
these villagers, it cuts to them. It looks like it looks like the men have been beaten.
Yeah.
And like they're praying. One's holding her child and crying.
And then we get somebody that says, commence execution. And the things start falling. The spikes start falling. And Magna and Asta jump into action. And Magna swings in with the flame magic explosive scatter shot, which busts up all the spikes coming at him. And everybody's like, it's the Magic Knights. Did they come to save us? And Magna wonders, what's going on here?
This is not a boar killing mission.
Not anymore. This just became a serious mission. And they see this little kid, and he's telling his grandpa that his prayers were answered. And we see that the grandpa is the old man that they lost the bet. Yeah. And Magna's like, old man, hang on. And
it seems like he dies.
Yeah, it seems like he's dead or something. And so, because it's like Magna's thinking like that easily, a person can just. So it's like 1 second he was alive, the next second he's dead.
Mm.
It's like that's how quick you can die or whatever. And so then Magna's like, "Was this you?" And we see that there's some guy sitting on a little bench or a little like looks like a little wall or something over there.
It looks like just the steps leading up to the church.
Oh, maybe, yeah. And dude says, "How dare you throw off the schedule?"
It seems like he's into clocks.
Yeah. In 3 seconds, everyone dies. And then let's see, what is this here going on?
It seems like the dude has launched a giant ice magic blast at
Yeah.
them.
And so Magna's like, "Crap, I don't have enough magic to," and then from behind him comes Asta. And now we get a look at, I love that panel right there. The size of that giant ice thing compared to Asta, and he just swipes that sword right down the middle, cutting it in two, and it goes right past the village. Each side goes right past the villagers perfectly. And Asta yells, "You're going down. You're going down, sucker." He doesn't say that. But that's the end.
That's it.
So, what did you think of those 2 chapters?
I like them a lot.
I love it.
I love it.
Yes, those. This, I remember there was very few volumes of manga that I picked up when I first kind of started getting into manga that I was like, by the end of it, I was thinking, I need number 2 now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and this was one of those. When I finished this, which we got 1 chapter left in this volume, but when I finished this volume, I was like,
You're hooked?
I was like a freaking drug addict. I was like, I need volume 2. Assassination Classroom, unfortunately, not quite that same feeling. Also, Bleach, not quite that same feeling like I had with this one. But they're still good.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, favorite characters. Let's go back. We didn't do the favorite character or anything for chapter 5. But do you remember a favorite character that you
It
liked?
was Asta.
Yeah, me too. Asta for this one as well.
Chapter 6, Magna for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I still Asta's probably gonna stay at the top for me for most of these recaps though. What about art? Do you remember any?
Chapter 5 when she's in the giant water orb.
Yeah.
And chapter 6 is when Magna slides under and he does that magic explosion scatter shot.
Yes. So you like the magic.
I do.
You like seeing that magic, huh? Yeah, I actually gonna have to probably agree with you here. I do like those panels as well, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Except that one small one though, that I was talking about.
Yeah, where he's up with the giant eyes.
Yeah, you see this, just the freaking size of that thing and the size of Asta. So yeah, great chapters. I'm loving it.
It was great.
I'm loving it. Who's that?
It keeps getting better.
Who's that? McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
Yeah. Give us a sponsorship, McDonald's.
Oh, free fries. Lifetime free fries.
But you have to eat on the podcast, which is terrible. You should never eat on the podcast.
Well, they're mushy, so they're not like super crunchy.
So if they told us, it was like, yeah, we'll sponsor you, but every time you record, you have to be eating. Would you want to do it?
Oh, yeah. I would be like, these fries,
dude.
My favorite art pile, honestly, is
I mean, obviously, I would take the sponsorship and find a way to eat very quietly.
Put a muzzle on.
Maybe we blend them up before the show and drink it.
Stop. No.
Just blend up fries and nuggets into one Slurpee.
Stop.
That'd be awesome,
That's
dude.
disgusting.
I'm not making you hungrier than what you already are.
No, you're making me lose my
You
appetite.
make me sick. I'm gonna throw up here.
Oh, panic attack then. Let's not do that.
So I'm loving it. I'm loving Black Clover.
Mm-hmm.
I love Black Clover. Obviously, I already know. But you're loving it? Like,
yes.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad. So
much better than the other magic manga out there.
Go on and say it. Get it out there. Let's get something started.
I'm not dropping names.
Okay.
Everybody knows what it is. Naruto.
The magic, the wizards in that.
Yeah, I mean, they have this hidden mist village,
Yeah, I would really love for Naruto to pop out of that hidden mist village.
I was gonna say,
or what's dude's name? Zabuza.
Zabuza.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But unfortunately
not.
So, anything else you'd like to add to our recap here of Black Clover, chapters 5 and 6?
Nope.
No? Yeah, me neither. They're just good. They're just good, and I'm loving them. So, as always, we appreciate everybody for listening. You can find us over at Facebook. We are Talking Nerdy. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes. Just subscribe if you wouldn't mind leaving us a rating and a review. Let us know what you think. It'll also get us out there so more people can find us. You can listen on Podbean through the app or through the website. If you do, follow us there. Same thing. Leave us a little comment. Let us know what you think. You can email us. Questions you got about these chapters, suggestions you got for mangas you want to see us read or hear us read. Anything like that. Just email us at mangaweekly815@gmail.com. And, of course, you can find the two of us on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I am Mr. Mighty Duck.
At Lawajley.
And that's it, Let us know what you guys think. And, of course, we appreciate everybody for listening. We will talk to you next time.